Good morning, everybody. Mr. D here. Today is Monday, the 18th of May, and we are live in the middle school, high school library because we have a whole bunch of information to pass out to you today, and we wanted to make sure that you are up to date. First of all, this weekly activity is Spirit Week. It's on the internet. You can absolutely take a picture of yourself on any one of the days, send it into Student Council, and they'll be putting a slideshow together. So please join us in engaging in Spirit Week, Spring 2020. Next up is Competency KickOff Week. This week you'll be receiving, within that normal schedule that you have, on Monday you do math and Tuesday, that normal rotation, you'll be receiving from your teacher two things. One, it's going to be the skill that you are going to be learning between now and the end of the school year. And the second thing that you'll be receiving is how that they're going to measure that competency. And it might be a project or an event or a video or a song or a dance or a ukulele playing. I'm not really sure. They have the choice to do that, and they will show you exactly what you're going to need to do to show them competency. We will do that, as mentioned earlier, for 3 weeks. You'll be working on the skill. So this week, next week, and the week after. And then the Monday starting that fourth week will be competency week, and you'll start having an opportunity to show competency in all the different classes that you're in. And like I said on Friday with Mr. Gammon, once you show competency, you're done with that class. So this is an opportunity for you to do a little bit of learning on a new skill and then be able to show that competency and be done with it. Okay, so thank you very much. Next up, this is Senior Thought Exchange Week. I sent you an email this morning about 6:30. It has your thought exchange on it. Mr. Cole did the thought exchange. Thank you very much. Mrs. Evans did the video. Thank you very much to Mrs. Evans. And you'll get an opportunity to see the video. It's very brief, just to give you an update as to what we're looking for. Please be free to add what you have. That's going to be sent to seniors and to senior parents, because I got an email from a couple senior parents saying, hey, can we have a voice too? So we said, absolutely. So we sent that email out, or excuse me, that thought exchange out by email to all seniors, class of 2020 seniors, as well as parents of class of 2020, okay? So that we'll be collecting information between today, which is Monday, and Friday. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. Please put your information in. Please also remember, like we said last week, and like we said again this morning when I sent you the email, we're looking for all kinds of feedback. We're obviously not going to be able to do everything that's recommended, but we're going to try to do the top 3 or 4 things that we can make kids happy. Not only to do that, but also to honor you and to respect you and to let your parents have a little fun, because they've done 13 years of driving you to school and buying school clothes and supplies. And believe me, I can assure you, because I have my own children, you were probably a pain in the neck a couple of those times, so the parents should get something out of it too. They should get a cake, in my humble opinion, when you graduate, for being awesome parents. Okay, so I'll stop off my soapbox. I'll step down right now. Okay, next up, academics, grades and grading. Here's some questions that came in on the email over the last week. What's going on with grades and grading? How are we going to know? And as I've mentioned to you, and I'll say it again, we meet Tuesday with the teacher leaders. That's all of our grade level chairs, or excuse me, our department chairs and our team leaders for grades 6 through 12. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to marry the 3 different phases. That is the grades we had before the pause, the time we gave feedback during the pause, and then the competency phase, which we're starting today. And how do we boil all that down and make sure that kids get credit? There's going to be a lot of questions that are going to be asked, from grades to grading to what's pass-fail, what's going to be scored, what is the state asking us to do, what is the governor demanding us to do, and what are we going to do just for Livonia to make sure that we're being equitable and we're being just balanced for all of our kids. So those are some questions that are going to be coming up. I don't want to tell you anything right now because I don't want to have to change my tune. I really am looking for feedback, and then we're going to sit down and make a decision. Another thing that came in quite a few times on email was yearbook process and handing out yearbooks. I did talk to Mrs. Vallone last week, and we don't have a definite date that they're going to be delivered. We have a tentative date. So once we find out specifically when they're going to be delivered, we will be talking about delivering yearbooks for grades 6 through 11. And then on today's Senior Thought Exchange, one of the things is a possible senior day where you'd get your book. We'll see what your opinion is on that. You get to rate that with stars, and that'll all be explained on your Thought Exchange. So that's coming. Okay, end of the year date was another one that came up. What is the end of the school year? I wish I knew. I know that we have 186 days by contract that we, and also by state law, that we are supposed to be in session, and I'm sure we're going to meet every law that we have to. I'm just not sure how the governor plans on counting things like spring break that we didn't have a spring break this year. So I don't know what his actual number is going to be. He has the power of deciding when the last day is, and we are anxiously awaiting his finite wisdom to be able to tell us when that date is. Next up is the Niagara chocolate order form. I've been working with Mrs. Katracha, and she's done a fabulous job. She started contacting me actually in March asking about the sale. So we're getting down to brass tacks, which for those of you, that means we're getting down to the end where we'll be able to have an answer. I have an email to her. She emailed me back, and now it's my turn to contact her. We'll talk about when they're going to deliver. We did speak with Mr. Whittle about delivering through the drive-through process. So there's a lot of pre-plans we've done, but we'll find out specific days of delivery, and we'll keep you posted on that probably in the next couple of days, okay? What else? Oh, one other one we had on the email was a fifth grade parent asking, what are we going to do for fifth grade to sixth grade transition? And that's great. That was one of the things that would have been done during the pause. So we are going to take a look over the summer at bringing students in and having a parent night that was canceled due to the pause. So that everyone is comfortable. Believe me, we pride ourselves in making that transition as smooth as possible. It's a crazy transition no matter what we do, but we will continue doing things to make it as smooth as possible. Once we get the end of the year figured out here, we'll talk about how we're going to plan things over the summer to get kids in and get them used to the new building. So thank you for that email as well. Okay, I think that's it. The only other thing as far as what this week is make sure you love one another week. So you need to take care of each other, all right? Get out there, show someone you care. A phone call, a letter. One last thing. Mrs. Evans is talking from behind the camera. She did that very well. This is Library Book Week. You'll be able to start taking out library books. As you can see, Mrs. Evans, can you pan around? Ta-da! Okay, so all the books are now going to you're going to be able to take books out of the library. And that process, Mrs. Evans, what's the process for that? Where are they? Do you know?
You can just go on your Follett library like you normally would, reserve a book, and they'll be going through grab and go also.
Cool.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can pick up the book you've reserved. You'll get an email. Parents and kids, I think, will get an email when they're ready.
Awesome. So thank you very much, Amy. That was awesome. Okay, lastly, but definitely not the most least important here, we love you. We definitely miss you. And as always, may God bless you all. Have a great day.